Hello, everybody. It's hard to formulate into words how I feel right now. About a year ago, I made a video about releasing my new book, about taking my knowledge and experience and my lesson plans and my ideas and formulating it into a book. I finished that goal. I did it. It took me close to, in all honesty, 15 years to complete the book, to finalize it. I always love writing, collecting thoughts and ideas, and I have journals and journals of ideas. But to take those ideas and principles and make it comprehensible to the layman, the person who isn't interested in martial arts, and have it benefit them, and also have it benefit people who are exceptional and experienced in martial arts. How do you give them kernels of nuggets and truths? So my book, The Golden Thread, Universal Principles Unraveled Across Warrior Arts, is finally here. It has 187 pages with an opening table of contents, about 190, 195 pages altogether, with my logo in it and things like that. The front cover of the book it's a warrior, the silhouette of a warrior walking through a misty forest. The misty forest is from a terminology we used to call the martial arts forest, or the martial forest. That terminology is because there's a lot of people in the martial forest that are experts, but they're not on social media. There are people who've dedicated their entire lives since childhood. There are so many people, some hidden, some are well known, and you never really know who's watching in the martial forest. So the silhouette is supposed to represent you and your journey through that forest. The forest is misty, as sometimes you don't know exactly where you're going. In the explorative period, you're wandering through the mist, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. We have a terminology in martial arts called learn a technique, then struggle with it. That is akin to walking through the misty forest. The reason why the silhouette doesn't have color, again, is to represent all of us, our own journey walking through this forest. From novice to expert, from neophyte to master, from disciple to teacher. We all must walk this path. We all must go through trials and errors. And so the golden thread is to unearth universal principles of martial arts. Unyielding truths, undeniable truths. We have so many different styles: karate, kung fu, eskrima, this, that, and the other, mixed martial arts. We have all these different styles. But what are the irrefutable truths of combat? What are the irrefutable principles of combat? What are they? And how do they work? And how can I use improvisation? How do I take the old and mix it with the new? My philosophy has always been, do not disparage the ancient, the old, because that is what we have for today. And then today, use what we have today, but have a knowledge and appreciation of the past. And it is the melding of the two that I feel is perfect. I believe in traditional martial arts. I believe in mixed martial arts, and kickboxing and fighting. And I believe that somewhere in the middle is the perfect balance and practice of martial arts. So please, please, please go to Amazon, look up The Golden Thread by Jacob A. Bernand, Universal Principles Unraveled Across Warrior Arts, and get yourself a copy today. It is hard to formulate into words how I feel. I've never felt so happy in my whole life. So if you've been watching me, if you've been commenting, if you've been supporting me, if you've been along this journey with me, thank you. Please pick up my book. I'm happy to sign a copy if I ever meet you guys, and make some comments out there. I'd love to have you interact with this material. And I hope, above all, that it serves you well. I hope that it benefits you on your journey with your students in your life. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.